Hey guys, it's Marissa from Grow in the Flow coming in here on Thriving Thursday, also known today as a Throwback Thursday. If you saw my earlier post calling for all the costume photos, I thought we'd have a little fun today. Over on the Majestic Facebook group page, we have a thread going with some adorable and hilarious costume photos from way back in the day to pictures of the kids, all kinds of fun stuff. And up in my stories on Instagram, I also have a post where you can add your costume pics as well. Just having a little fun with it because I knew that I wanted to dive into this new deck that I have, which is called the Trick or Treat Tarot. And it is by Barbara Moore, and it is adorable. I haven't pulled a single card yet. I'm just pulling it up now. At the bottom of the pack, I have the World card, but it's definitely going to fill any need that you have for kitschy, cheesy, hokey Halloween references from me as we feel into some tarot messages today. And I was just trying to kind of figure out, like, what do we want to talk about today? I'm just going to shuffle as I talk. This week has been really intense, honestly. Ever since that full moon that we had on Sunday into the 1010 eclipse portal, it's bringing in all the eclipse energy. Eclipse season is coming, and I feel like it just came in with a flash. If you saw the week ahead energy reading that I posted, there was some wild light happening on the altar space with the color red, like a laser beam, like a red light special. It was like a siren that was just pointing to all of the energies that were coming up over the full moon and the 1010 portal. So that color red has been predominant all week. I've seen so many references to things that came up in the week ahead reading. I think I shared to everyone that we had a flat tire in our house Sunday night. We, of course, had the Chariot as the Monday energy. Someone else who was a part of the Empowerment Pack readings I did for the full moon literally got a flat tire while she was giving me some feedback about her reading. I mean, we couldn't make this stuff up. It was mind-blowing. All of the car and siren references and things that have been abounding this week on this end. So I wonder how the week is going for you. Like I said, this is just going to be unstructured. I'm going to pull some cards just to kind of get some conversation going of what we most need to know right now this week, and as we build up over the next 2 weeks for eclipse season. Very powerful energy coming in. Scorpio season into November especially is feeling extremely powerful. So let's just see what's coming up today. What do we need to know? I'm going to pull a card here and just see who wants to start the conversation. It's going to be the Five of Cups. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a little bit of crying over spilled blood, it looks like. We have a Dracula costume, and there's some blood, some cups of blood have spilled, and it's definitely a card that focuses on something that is leaving, energy that is leaving from around us. And so those can be like crying over spilled milk energy of things that are no more, perhaps things that never were, contents that we never had in those cups. But it's a card that can talk about an opportunity for us to shift our focus and see that, yes, those 3 cups of blood have spilled, but alas, there's still 2 back there that are upright and filled to the brim. So in other words, it encourages us to look for the hidden blessings, also known as the tricks and the treats. This is another analogy that I got previously about how some of the trickiest stuff, the things that can be rather draining, things that are disappointing, things that don't go the way that we planned, can actually have those hidden blessings, those hidden gifts, those hidden treats that we don't realize in the tricky stuff. So we have that coming up here with the Five of Cups energy. So, you know, if the week isn't panning out the way that you expected, or there is something that is particularly disappointing or upsetting that you're having a moment with, take that moment, but then take a look from a different perspective to see how that thing, that situation, that circumstance might be showing up to show you blessings, abundance, or another pathway forward that could be there for you. So, you know, I think the card for today was the Queen of Swords. And so the Queen of Swords energy is about a very emotional, an unemotional, but very clear, very direct way of sort of compartmentalizing things and being able to move through in a really efficient way that doesn't get really hung up on emotion. And so, having an opportunity to detach from some of that heaviness in order to use more discernment and clarity to kind of pick up those pieces, clean up the spill, and keep stepping. And that's a Thursday energy that was coming in as a hidden blessing, or how we're growing. So, as we grow with our ability to navigate the spills quicker, perhaps with more ease and grace. But let's just see what else might be coming up for us this week that we could delve into. We have the Two of Cups coming up. So we have here a card of partnership, a card of blending and coming together. This can also be harmonizing things. So in other words, some of the tricks, some of the treats, lots of stuff going on, and yet finding a happy medium or a blend where we're able to move through those things. We had a couple jump off here. Move through, these cards are so cute. Move through those things with a little bit more great. Oh, it's Romeo and Juliet. So this is giving us a nod to potentially our romantic relationships or under the realm of partnership, that there is sort of a sweetness coming in here. It feels like some people might be celebrating some things, milestones, anniversaries, or, having some type of a fond or romanticized experience. I'm feeling there is definitely a little nod there for some people. But let's see what else is coming up as we take our little trip here through the Trick or Treat Tarot. I'm going to ask for 3 cards. This is a spread that I did for the full moon for my Empowerment Pack people. We wanted 3 cards that told us, what do we need to know, do, and be? So it's kind of bringing in the blending of the action and the receiving. So we want to do like a yin and a yang, and also what to know. So let me just take a look here and see, what do we need to know at this time here on Thriving Thursday? What do we need to know for the collective? And we have the Ace of Swords. So there we have clarity coming in, an aha moment, something that's really becoming clear, that's kind of cutting through. And we have the bat energy here as well. So on the other side of the full moon, and so with the release, with the forgiveness, with the letting go, with the shedding of layers and all the things that are going on in the current energies, on the other side of that, there's rebirth energy coming in, because now we begin to build up to the new moon, where we're looking at, what are we calling in? What are we manifesting? What are we looking to bring in around us? And so having some clarity on that, getting really clear on, yes, some cups have spilled. Yes, there are things that didn't pan out the way that we wished. We've let them go. We've cleared that away. And now we're focusing on clarity and truth and discernment from the position of that Queen of Swords as to how we're calling those things in and how we are going to navigate. So if it is your dream relationship, whether you are partnered with someone or you are not, there is an opportunity for you to tune into the harmonizing of the two. And so that doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This can be calling in your soul tribe. This can be calling in your soul clients if you're, in a business where you're looking to connect with others, with like-minded people. It can be bringing more balance and harmony into aspects of yourself. And that could be, again, the tricks and the treats. The part that maybe is a little bit hung up on the spilled cups of blood, right? And the part that is aware with the Queen's discernment and unemotional attachment that it's really not worth the energy that you're putting into something. Finding that balance and getting clarity on that here with the Ace of Swords. Now, from there we say, what do we have an opportunity to do, an action? So that would be our yang energy, our masculine energy. So let's get a card for the yang, doing. We have the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles is also kind of hanging on to some things. So what do we have to do there with all those pumpkins? How many pumpkins do we need? Do we need all those pumpkins? Let's see. Okay, so we have this sort of energy of sort of gathering and holding on to, storing up in a way. And so in some cases that can be something you could do, is to plan ahead and sort of gather up your resources, gather up your tools, gather up, whether it is savings for something, or supplies, or something that where you may actually be gathering things and preparing. For many others, though, it feels like an opportunity for continued clearing. Okay, I know I said we shed a lot, we've let go, we're clearing out. Continued clearing. You don't need all those pumpkins. That's more pumpkins than you need. So the Four of Pentacles can be about holding on a little too tightly to some things. So again, it feels very connected to that Five of Cups energy. So it's like, again, yes, some cups spilled. And like I like to say about that is either we've lost something that we used to have, or we never had it. Our cups were never filled with those pumpkins, with that blood, with those contents, whatever it is. And so it's like sort of cutting, Ace of Swords, the connection with that, and knowing that, yes, that is true. That is a truth. But I'm setting a boundary here, Queen of Swords, who's saying, I am not going to spend any more energy sitting on top of this pile of pumpkins that represent all the things that never were or are no longer. So the action is to really try to clear away some of that. I also shared some things that were coming in with like some feng shui energy that have to do with shaking up the energy in your life and having an opportunity to move 27 things in your surroundings, whether that's your home, your office space, moving physically 27 things to help shake up the energy. I haven't done it yet. I do plan to try it. So thinking about, this mountain of pumpkins, we have an opportunity to sort of disperse those pumpkins and rearrange how they're set up in our life and kind of reshift around the resources is what's coming up as an action. So now what about being? How about receiving? How that yin energy? What is an opportunity here on the yin end of things? Let's get a card there. We've got the Three of Wands. So that is going to bring in, I'm trying to see if these are like, I should recognize right away what the costume is, but I think this is so fun. There's a huge book that comes with it too. So I'm sure that expands on it. But here we have this sort of figuring out where to next. So Three of Wands is a pause, is a taking in of our surroundings to figure out where to next. But again, this is feeling connected in with the full moon. It feels like that full moon may have come in to illuminate some things for you, that some new pathways or some new possibilities are coming into focus, and you're sort of deciding which way to next. How you're going to wield those wands next. So that's going to be whether it's through creative expression or venture, something that you're building or creating, or somewhere you're looking to go, something new in the realm of work, something to that degree, but you're just being with that right now. You're not taking the actual step, but you're looking at what is being illuminated with each of these options and sort of, again, using that Queen of Swords discernment. How am I growing? It's that I can have an aha, an idea, an inspiration come in, and I don't have to impulsively knee-jerk react to it. I can sit with it for a moment and be able to feel into what is the next path forward for me? Where to next? So right now we're just being with it and then gathering up, again, building up to that new moon to set forward those intentions of what we wish to manifest. Okay, we've got a little under a minute for Instagram. So if I could pick up the pile of cards that I just dropped, slipping and sliding over here, I will pull one last card for us as a final message from the Trick or Treat Tarot as we finish out this week. Let's get one final card with a message for 30 seconds. All right. Oh my gosh, I wanted to show you guys this card. This is adorable. So that is the monsters. It's the 10 of Pentacles. It's all the things, right? It's our legacy. It's all of our pentacles, all of our things. So it's safe for us to clear out some of that pile of pumpkins, because we have everything we need. And there's a beautiful nod here to family, to tribe, to togetherness, to legacy, to all of the wonderful, beautiful energy of ancestral connections. Thank you so much. Sending you guys lots of love.